If it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cardinals and the Saints on Monday night.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 65 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
They'll look to throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out come the Cardinals and their offense in great starting field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Second and 2.
So left side, hauled in And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Cardinals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Gets this to Ertz.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They run behind center with Conner. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown.
James Conner,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
And he wisely will throw that one away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Greg Dortch back deep.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here.
Finding Ertz again. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Johnson's got it complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Lutz with the extra point, and we're tied at 7. So that drive span 5 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. Greg Dortch returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And going to Bucks is a 7-yard loss on the sack. That's 3rd down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. Other times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Dances by him. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries.
And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here's Kamara on the read option.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To the sideline. That's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans 1st down.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 35. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you have to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again.
This will be swung out here for counter.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll get to the line. Now it's also 3rd down.
They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a shot. And the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And he'll find Moreau here.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams.
Well, look around.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals ready to go here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with football.
Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, they'll throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Pascal.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Connor up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So there's a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double it with a field goal lead.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He'll drop to throw. Flush to it, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He juked him. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Saints to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. They'll start by running the option to the right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 53 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Ertz over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back now here live in New Orleans. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
The offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the counter, it's Connor.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll set up a throw. Try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
There's Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Kamara on the read option.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
When you have have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give to Kamara running right. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend it there even further. So they settle for just the 3 to call right now. Anything helps trying to set this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down on the scoreboard. 1:39 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Able to find Ertz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught, it's Wilson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
It's a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending